Pawlak back in the building, coming off a Cutthroat Kitchen victory that came down to the absolute wire, where he took down 3 other competitors whose names I cannot remember right now. But he got the job done and won $14,500, which is officially what our guy SimGod would call a junior scrape.
Yeah, I would call that change in the pocket for SimGod.
Yeah, junior scrape to our guy Simmer G.
Yeah.
But to a lot of us, that's a nice chunk of cash.
Even after the taxes come out, it's still good.
How much came out in taxes?
None. They just wired me the $14,500, but I'll pay for it next year.
For that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did get a money wire, which is pretty cool of them.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk to just, hit refresh, and there's 14.5 more in there.
Just for cooking soup in a microwave and crepes in a tea garden.
There you go.
Not too shabby.
Not at all. You were enjoying the tea garden.
Oh, yeah. Too. Yeah, so for those who, this will make more sense for those who actually watched the episode.
Maybe we should explain the show.
Yeah, we can give a little background. So Cutthroat Kitchen, 4 chefs, everyone gets $25,000. And in 2 rounds,
in Monopoly money, basically. But it becomes real money.
Oh yeah, it's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you get given $25,000 to start. You don't have to pay to play.
No, not at all. They give that to you, and then you spend that money to buy sabotages or advantages to help you throughout the rounds of chaos that you're already dealing with.
Like you can buy better food, for instance.
Better
you can
ingredients.
Sabotage a competitor. Yeah. You can do stuff like that, which you spent $10,000 of that.
Yeah.
You got a blowtorch for something.
Got a blowtorch for the first round. I still use the microwave, but the blowtorch helped. And then I spent money on giving like a fruit leather and dried fruit tree, the faux tree, to a competitor and take all of his fresh fruit. And then that was it. That was my 2 diabolical moves that got me the W.
You wanted to do a third, though, and then you got outbid at the end.
Yes,
right?
but here, this is a little BTS for you on this show is they didn't really edit it too well to let people know, but the reason I was betting so high on the Exile Kitchen Tea Party was because I was stringing out the time while I was cooking, because the rule was whatever you had finished, you could bring with you. So I was slowly auctioning my money off while I was cooking just to buy myself time. I knew I didn't want it or need it, but it was kind of like, yeah.
But you still got up to
7,000.
She ultimately bid 7, right? Yeah. But you were up to 6 or more.
I know, yeah. I know.
So you were taking a risk. If she would have said fine, then you would have been down from 14.5 to 8.5.
Yeah, but at some point when we got a little higher, I was only bidding up by $100.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. But yeah, that was the strategy, is to get all my cooking done while I was doing my bids. And right when she said 7, I was like, all right, I think I'm good. And you saw the rest.
The decision was pretty close. The judge, renowned chef, what was her name again?
Manit Chauhan. She
seemed to say favorable things and a couple flaws in everyone's dish.
Yep.
How were you feeling? What percentage chance did you think you had?
This is going to sound really fucked up, but I was very confident in both rounds, just because I was hitting the mark of what they're looking for. So when they say like, we want a last meal or we want a fruit forward dessert, if you really stick with that, that's what's in the judge's head. Like, they're judging, is this a fruit forward dessert or is this like a good last meal or whatever? So if you can get that down, that's almost more important than presentation or, what you're actually cooking, because they asked you to do something and you hit those marks along the way. So first round, I knew I was good. That was something that I was very confident. It tasted amazing. It looked the best. I bought the golden refrigerator so I could get some fresh ingredients and amp up my dish. And then in the second round, I felt good just because I had so much fruit and so much, like, no sabotages for, the Exile Kitchen, but I was already done, where I felt good.
Where was it filmed? Vegas or?
That one was actually filmed in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Really?
Very random, but,
That's a cute little town.
I didn't go anywhere but the studio, which was like an old news, like TV news station. And then I stayed at my hotel that was sharing a Carrabba's and an Outback Steakhouse.
What gets better than that?
I went to Outback Steakhouse, ate 2 bites of that food and left. That was the night before I filmed. But after, when I knew I won, you'll get a kick out of this. Went to the Carrabba's, first time, never been to one. They plopped me in the middle of the dining room surrounded by birthday parties and like happy families, and I'm by myself, and I ordered like 6 entrees and a couple apps, and I just did the full experience. I knew I just won 15 grand, so I
So
really
that's where
had
the
a
money
party.
went. Carrabba's. How much did you drop?
Probably
at
like 9 or
Carrabba's?
10 grand at Carrabba's.
9 or
with the
10
wine.
hundred.
Yeah. No, pretty good though. Couple $100.
That can go a long way there.
Yeah, it was a good time. But people were probably looking at me like, what is this guy doing?
No shame. You're in Knoxville.
And I just won a cooking competition.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk about it, obviously.
No, why go to the bars there when you can go to Carrabba's?
That's what I'm talking about. Unofficial sponsor of this podcast,
There's no
Carrabba's.
720 in Knoxville. There's no Harp in Knoxville.
Maybe
Although,
some type.
there's some bars on that little town square Bree and I went to during COVID, which was not really going on in Knoxville.
It was pretty funny. Everyone in Knoxville like hated Nashville so much and said how much Knoxville was better. So it was kind of funny.
I like Knoxville.
And I've never been to Nashville, so I don't know.
University of Tennessee is in Knoxville as well.
Oh, sure.
Random fact to those listening, which some people probably already know. You got some restaurant pop-ups
Yes.
coming up.
Yeah, so I have one coming up that is going to be announced right now for the first time because we haven't even announced it yet, but this is like, a precursor to be ready, is on August 18th. I'm going to do a Italian pop-up at Lupi Iris with Chef Adam Siegel, chef and owner of that restaurant downtown. Nice. So that'll be like a prefix menu with wine pairings. Really, really fun.
When is that one?
August 18th.
Okay.
Yep,
Guessing
it's a Monday
you have to
night.
register well before it.
Yeah, that one is
out.
you buy tickets for, and it's going to be very limited. I think it's 48 to 50 seats, and it should go pretty quick, but, this is a way to give people a heads up. And then the real big one that I'm super excited for as well is August 26th at Birch. We're doing a Trattoria Italian pop-up there where you just have to make a reservation for. I know it's coming down to the last few, but I think we're still taking reservations for that. Kyle Nall and his team at Birch downtown.
Where you celebrated your birthday as well.
Where we had a birthday party, yeah. You were there.
Breaking bread.
It was great food, right?
It was.
Yeah.
They do a phenomenal job at that place.
Yes.
All right, Chef, should we get into the best, or should we get into some must-try burgers here in Milwaukee?
Must-try burgers, yes. And can I just do my normal disclaimer? I am not paid to do this. If you like another burger that is not on the list, I am sorry.
Then you should message Milwaukee Uncut, and maybe it'll make the list next time.
Yeah, or just comment, because if people are watching, just put in what you want. We are not against. We're not against helping everyone.
This disclaimer will be in the copy of the video, so we don't lose views right away.
Yeah,
exactly. A boring disclaimer, or we could put it at the end.
We just put it underneath why we start this up. I just want them to know that. Don't get mad at me. These are just burgers that I like to go to.
All right.
Okay. Classic Solly's Grill on Port Washington. That's one of my tops for sure.
I feel like that might be gross with the sheer amount of butter.
Just ask for no butter if you don't want it, but
okay.
I'm biased. I have a plaque on one of the seats, so it's one of my spots.
All right.
Okay.
Right after you said we're not getting paid to make these announcements, just give him a plaque instead.
Yeah, then I'll talk about your burger. It's very simple. Okay. Really good burger, St. Bibiana I like. I like the classic Camino. Down in Walker's
Camino's
Point.
good.
That's the one I go,
Camino's
yeah,
good.
your neighbor down the street from here.
Yes, sir.
A new place that opened very recently called Riley's Social House and Burger, right in Bayview by the Target on Chase there.
Smash Burgers. You said you've already been there 7 times or so.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 times. They do a great job down the Third Ward with the sandwiches. This place, different kind of feel, but you can bring dogs to their outside area that has picnic tables and order from the QR and all that stuff. But they do a great job down there. Tasty burger, and if I like it once, I have to go a couple times because I just want to check the consistency
Validate
of it. Yeah. Cops for sure. I love. Night Owl I like. It's just a big burger. Like everyone's about the smash burger craze, but like deep down for me, my favorites are more of like that steakhouse style burger, you know.
Night Owl is the old school place on Layton.
That's right. And it's only open seasonal times.
I've never been there.
They sell out before like 1 o'clock every day. So you got to really get on there. There's a place called Patty Shack in Bayview that I really like to go to. That's one of my neighbors down in Bayview. That's right on the corner there on Beecher and KK. Really good. They do more of a smash, but they don't just like completely decimate it into a flat, piece of meat. Theirs is really good. I do like that. I'm trying to hit, it's been a long time, but Sobelman should always get on a list. They're just the OGs, they're very classic, and he's doing fun stuff with theirs.
We did their Bloody Mary the other day. Would you take Sobelman's or Oscar's on Pierce?
Oh, man. That is so tough. I don't do these one or the other, Richies. What would you rather have? That's what everyone wants to know.
I am biased to Oscars. That was my first ever social media client when I was trying to start my business. He's a very good dude, and I like to see their place in Dallas doing well right now, the Winner's Circle.
Okay, yeah.
He keeps the prices are very low at that place too, and they make a really good burger. And their Aloha burger, if you want to go into a coma after eating a burger, and think it's got ham, avocado, pineapple, some cheese on there, and their fries, that thing is good. So wanted to give a shout out to our guy Oscar.
I do like that. Okay, I can back that.
I've also had plenty of good times at Sobelman's as a Marquette student back in the day.
Oh, well, then it's just part of it, The burger at Miller Time Pub, that's a sleeper burger as well, but they've been around for a long time, and they do a good job out there.
Right in the Hilton lobby.
Yep, exactly.
Downtown.
Cool little fun spot. That's a good date night spot, If you're on your maybe 10th or 11th date.
Don't bring that out right away. When you're to the point, Bree and I were at Moe's.
Which one? The steakhouse?
In Tosa. No, okay. Moe's in Tosa.
Oh, classic.
We were just kind of exhausted on Saturday evening and needed to get food and went over to Moe's. Shout out to Moe's. They do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy asked us if we were on our first date. The bartender asked us
Please say you said yes.
I wish I did.
Oh,
I wish I did.
Missed opportunity.
But I don't think we were acting like we were on a first date, because then you're actually talking and trying to impress the other person.
Yeah.
We were just kind of sitting at the bar, probably in silence.
It was the one time that she asked you a question, oh, she's asking questions. This is new. Another burger we can put on the list, though, that I really like, and people might not know about, is Uncle Wolfie's. It's a breakfast place, but they do a burger in different variations. Really, really good. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to leave here and think about all the burger spots.
You named a lot of good ones. Then you can just come back for round two. I did want to give a shout out to Brittany at Moe's, who was who called in on our dating episode.
Oh, she worked there too.
She does. I think she manages it. She also works at the Kia dealership. One of the car dealerships.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was awesome.
Dealership. Yeah.
She was not there. She would not have asked us if we were on our first date. That was someone else. So I like.
Well, that means that you guys are new and fresh and keeping the spark alive. If they think you're on your first date,
That's why I was perplexed by the question. I don't think there was a lot of sparks flying on that one.
Maybe there was so many flying that they're like, wow, this is like a new love. This is a new thing. Bree's not buying it.
No, if you were there, you would not be buying it either.
Maybe you guys were in a small fight at the time. Who knows?
No, we weren't fighting. We were just
not speaking
not
to
doing
each
anything.
other.
Not doing anything. Yeah, exactly. So those some great burger places to check out right there.
Oh, I have to throw this one in here. I'm sorry. I missed this. This has to go on my list for places you have to eat burgers, and that is Birch. And that's not a bias thing, but they have the ultimate cooked over a wood fire hearth. You can only get it in their bar area, but it is incredible.
I'm glad you brought that one up.
Yeah, that's a must.
Chef, anything else you want to chat about on this bonus segment with the Cutthroat Kitchen champion, who's got a couple pop-ups coming up?
We got pop-ups coming up. You can watch that. Come into Egg and Flour, obviously. and come eat some pasta. Hopefully we're going to be doing some more pizza specials. That went really good. We were doing that recently, and I forgot how much people just like go crazy for new pizza. So we're going to really be bringing that out at the restaurant, but come visit us if you haven't been in a while and see we've had a lot of new things happening. Some new really good staff, some new ways, some upgrades to the restaurant, some things that we're doing differently that I think people will notice.
Now that you're flush with so much cash from the win, you can just pop that right in.
Oh, man. I might just buy another restaurant. Who knows?
That.
14,500,
baby.
That's going to get me...
Simi G would leverage that into a new tanning salon, maybe. Owner of Baja Tan.
Yeah,
now.
Should we give a shout out to Baja Tan? We got to give a shout out to
Baja Tan, Fox Point. If you want to spray tan, Stephanie Fett has your back.
We should
Baja
go.
Tan.
We should go together and see who can get more
clip.
tan.
Get a Baja Blast from Simga.
We just bring a 12-pack of Baja Blast and go to Baja Tan and just be like, hey, put it.
Simi G's just stroking putts in there.
I bet you he's welcoming people in.
Down. Oh, dude, I would love that.
I'm like, SimGod, give me 3 hours in the bed. Let's see what happens. I know that's not a real thing. Is it 10 to 15 minutes maybe?
All right. Always love when the chef drops in. And yeah, we did have to get a plug for SimGod and Baja Tan over there. Just a reminder, check out our events page on MilwaukeeUncut.com. You can sign up for our newsletter on there as well. We got 19,500 people on there. We do a Wednesday send where we have Bachelorette of the Week, upcoming events that weekend, latest news, feature stories, and then we have a Friday send, a Feel Good Friday, highlighting a local business, a shelter, dog, and a Milwaukeean doing great things for the community. So just head to MilwaukeeUncut.com. Very easy to sign up for our newsletter and get updated on everything going on in the city, things to do, and upcoming events that we are hosting. All right, let's dive in with Frank Di Miglio. We are back with the legendary Frank Di Miglio, managing partner, Northwestern Mutual, downtown Milwaukee, Jersey Frank, and he is here to give us the insight on NM's 145th annual meeting. So if you're wondering what is going on when all these guys in suits and ribbons, etc., and some huge acts, which we don't know who's going to be there yet, but there have been in the past, infiltrate Milwaukee for a few days, and you want to know what's actually going on, what it does for the city, we've got a guy here to let us know. Frank, thank you for coming back.
Richie, good to be back. Always love being with you here.
Absolutely, and we have just an electric pizza review coming out soon with
wait.
you and your father, Luigi, who was actually born in Italy.
That's right.
And has had pizza shops since the 70s.
Yeah.
In Jersey. So that'll come out. We went to Zaffiro's and Fixture.
Can't wait to check that out. We've been on the search
good.
for great Milwaukee pizza. So excited for this.
So we have Jersey Frank and Luigi from Italy here to review Milwaukee pizza. We brought international expert in.
We traveled in just for that.
We did.
Brought him all the way just for that.
Exactly, for the Milwaukee Uncut pizza review.
He was pumped. He loved it.
What a legend. What a legend.
He is a legend.
Make sure to check out Milwaukee Uncut's social media channels for that. They will also be on NM Downtown Milwaukee's social media channels. What are you wearing? The ribbons are dangling past your foot. How did you even walk in here?
Oh, you mean just these ribbons? These.
Just all 20-ish of them?
There might, 20, 21, 22 of them or so. Yeah, these are our annual meeting ribbons that we get. So every time we have annual meeting, which is here in Milwaukee in July, and then there's always a regional meeting that happens in the winter. One of the things that you get awarded if you had a great year were these ribbons. And each of these ribbons signify success for you or your team, and most importantly, success for your clients that occurred in the year.
So they're kind of like a sticker on a football helmet. If you
Bingo.
make a big play, you get a sticker. And you've been making plays for the last couple decades, I see.
Been proud to be a playmaker. Yeah, these are always fun to wear. There's some controversy occasionally because they are put on by a person. So sometimes you get a longer ribbon, sometimes you get a shorter ribbon. There are some people that have been known to retape their ribbons to ensure they get the proper width on each one of them. It's a big deal. Just to highlight, it's a big deal. People work hard all year for this.
Is that frowned upon a little bit if people are trying to stretch their ribbons a bit?
Not frowned upon because everybody wants, you want to be treated fairly. What is frowned upon is if you ever put a ribbon on that wasn't yours. I mean, that is like exile right there.
I see you had your best year ever at one point in time. Do you remember what year that was?
This is 2019. And this is actually a special year because it was one of the busier transitions. I became a managing director that year, so started just taking on more responsibilities.
From an advisor to managing director?
Yeah, so both. So our managing directors, which we have a few managing directors here in our firm. So managing directors run the offices within our network office. So we have a managing director in our Brookfield office, in our Mequon office, soon to be someone in a Kenosha Racine office. So yeah, that year was busy for me because managing directors wear two hats. You have a wealth management practice while also running the office and overseeing the culture and introducing new talent to the firm and developing your advisors. So yeah, wearing two hats. So that was a special year because I was able to accomplish a lot with the help of a really great team during that year.
And for those everyone in and around the city knows the annual meeting's happening. You can just see it. But for those who are curious, what actually goes on?
Yeah.
What is the annual meeting?
It's an incredible experience. Just to back up on that, I fell in love with Milwaukee in the summer of 2007. I mean, that was my first time ever to Milwaukee. I grew up in central Jersey, kind of sandwiched in between two big cities, but never lived in a big city. So came to Milwaukee for my first annual meeting and just fell in love with the culture, fell in love with the way people admired Northwestern Mutual, the reverence both the city as well as the advisors and the home office had for Northwestern. So it kind of became this quick just love for Milwaukee. But what happens here during this meeting, I'd say, is a mix of recognition, education, celebration, and fellowship. So education, meaning our days are packed with sessions where we're learning from our partners in the home office, in the corporate office, as well as learning from some of the best advisors and team members all around the country. One of the things that's really special about Northwestern is people come together and willingly share what works best for them. There's no secrets. Everybody shares what works best. So people coming into town, they're sharing their ideas. They're being recognized, right? If they had a great year, they're being recognized for the year. There's a ton of celebrating. Almost every evening, there's anything from a big event that happens on the Summerfest grounds to a concert that occurs, a big race, a 5K, 10K, or 1 mile walk that happens Sunday morning downtown by the Art Museum. So a lot of celebrating. And then lastly, that fellowship part. It was probably the main reason I started looking forward to annual meeting towards the end of my career prior to moving out here. It was when I saw my best friends. I mean, everybody from around the country gets together at Northwestern Mutual, and just a great time to be together with friends.
And I believe 11,000 people coming this year, anticipated 8,000 advisors.
Yeah, it's huge. So there's 11,000 people from all around the country that come into Milwaukee.
And they all pay their way to get here, right?
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. You brought it up in a previous episode or time we were talking, but
yeah. So it's I think it goes to also show you how much people, two things. One, Northwestern Mutual is a policyholders company, right? So this is not Northwestern Mutual spending all this money specifically on us. We actually pay a registration fee as well as our own hotel and airfare. Now, don't get me wrong, they do a lot to make this happen, and there's a huge investment, but we come here on our own. And it's over 11,000 people that will fly in from all around the country to be here to celebrate for those 4 days. It's a huge impact on the city as well. I mean, last year alone, we drove over $19 million of economic impact to the greater Milwaukee area between hotels, restaurants, bars, souvenirs, you name it.
I know you have a lot of people texting you from out of state now that you've been living here for a couple of years, wondering what to do.
Yep.
What kind of recommendations are you dishing out?
I gotta tell you, here's what's interesting about this. So for over 16 years, I'd come into Milwaukee and I thought I knew the city. I think I only knew like 3 square blocks. We'd stay at the Hyatt or we stayed at the Iron Horse, and then went to some great restaurants. We'd go to Mason Street Grill or we'd go to Carnivore, but that was really all we knew. So now that we live here, we've had this expansive experience between the Third Ward and right here, Walker's Point, some of the suburbs. But we've got our list. So when people message me these days, there's a ton of great restaurants we're telling people about. Buckley's, Lupi Iris, Birch, gosh, I don't want to miss any because there's so many good ones. Room service. That's one I'm telling people about these days. Like, you know, I didn't know about Bayview till recently.
Make them book it now.
Book it now. Yeah. The standard places everyone always loves to go to when they're here, you know, Blue Bar, rooftop drink at night. But we're telling them about, you know, go to Bryant's, go to this really cool, unique. There's a fun place called Shanghai we learned of recently.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, it's a speakeasy type place.
Interesting.
Yep.
I should know that.
Yeah, telling people about Brady Street all the time because of our Italian roots. So yeah, we're
Joe Katz on Brady Street.
I have not
for
been,
the younger ones, not for you probably, or me at this point. But
I could tell you a little bit about the evolution of this. When you're a new advisor, like when I was a new advisor, we lived on 3rd Street. I mean, it was
not a bad place to live in your 20s.
No, it was great.
No.
All those bars, and then I can't believe we used to do this. The bars would close, and you'd come out, and there would be the people grilling bratwurst. You have a bratwurst at 2 a.m. Like today, I just wouldn't do that.
It's just good to know the reps are still supporting local.
Oh,
the
yeah.
advisors are still supporting local
all day long. You know, it's another big one. The Spy Bar.
Yes. Yeah, right on the corner there. Newsroom Pub?
Newsroom Pub.
No.
Safe House.
Safe House.
Everybody
Newsroom
loves
Pub
Safe House.
is right by there.
Victor's used to be a big one, but we now
R.I.P.
closed.
Victor's.
Yep. But we're trying to give people the inside scoop to experience more than just those 2 or 3 square blocks.
For anyone listening, especially coming from out of state, who like an at random vibe, or a Bryant's vibe at random in Bayview.
Yeah.
Very old school. Probably hasn't been touched since the 50s. You got to check that out at some point.
I've heard great things.
Yes.
We are going to tell people this year about a new beer that's coming out.
Get the plug in.
Yeah, Milwaukee Uncut Tropical
Pale Ale.
Tropical Pale Ale coming out. We're going to tell everybody to go check that out.
It will be available in 65 locations around the area.
Right.
Bars and liquor stores. You can go to MilwaukeeUncut.com and just click beer or Tropical Pale Ale, and there we have a map.
You've made it that simple. Just click beer.
Have a map.
All right.
That's what
Can't
we
wait
love
to check
doing.
it out.
We're all about efficiency at this place.
We actually are excited. We have done a collaboration with Vagabond right here in town, which we would never have met them without you, Richie. So thanks for that. But during the month of July, anybody that goes there, they could earn, or $1 will be donated to Alex's Lemonade Stand, which is our national philanthropic cause. If they order, there's two specific things on the menu. I think one's a lemonade, or one's a drink, and one's a taco.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. Vagabond does a great job. They have really good tacos as well. I think they're my favorite in the city. So check it out regardless. But they highlight a small business every single month and do this charity thing. They did it with us last May, so a little over a year ago.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah, we're excited
with you guys
about it.
right now. They also own the Harp and the brewery.
All right.
For any younger advisors looking to have a good time, those are two great spots, and the beer will be served at both of those places.
Perfect.
As well. And I'll finish plugging my own product at this point. Can you talk about how this is a impactful recruiting tool to drive people to the city of Milwaukee? You were one of those people.
Yeah, I think I don't think I would have known about Milwaukee if it wasn't for Northwestern Mutual and coming here. I just wouldn't have known about the city. So I think one of the benefits economically, also just awareness, is when people come from all around the country, they have no clue that there's a third coast here, right? They see Lake Michigan. I know I was blown away the first time I ever flew over Lake Michigan. I thought the pilot went the wrong way, and we were.
Looks like the ocean.
It looks just like the ocean. It's wild. So what I find happens is people come to Milwaukee, and then they go back to their respective hometowns, and they start bragging on it. They go, "The place is incredible. It's professional sports, incredible award-winning restaurants, a clean city, a city that's easy to get in and out of. You know, the river, the lake. A lot of offices will do their research, and they'll get on the lake. They'll rent a pontoon boat, and people will go out into the river and to the lake. So people,
you guys hit any Brewers games too, depending on if the schedule aligns.
Yeah. So this year they're away.
Yep.
They're in LA. But I'll tell you a really cool memory. My first annual meeting was a special one. It was Northwestern Mutual's 150th anniversary. The entertainment, we had Jerry Seinfeld, Sheryl Crow, Blue Man Group, Colin Powell was a speaker.
The Blue Man Group back then.
They were like, they kicked off 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
They were. But Barry Bonds was trying to break the home run record. And I remember looking at the schedule, and he was here. So I went to my first Brewer game. It was Miller Park then, and watched Barry Bonds. He didn't hit any home runs. He hit a line drive, just like it was an incredible line drive right to center field. It was caught, but nonetheless, it was just fun. So I think to your point about this, people come downtown. I don't know if Laura and I would have made the decision to move to Milwaukee without having all these years of experience and coming here. And, I would go home and tell her how great of a city it was and all the fun things. So it's definitely it's a recruiting tool. That's for sure.
Absolutely. It is. People don't realize how much there is to do here, even though it's a smaller city, all the different neighborhoods and pockets and really good food scene and entertainment scene. And you got the Bucks NBA champions here. The Brewers games are so much fun. Packers are 2 hours up the road. Not relevant during the annual meeting, but it's nice to have all the major sports teams in an area where there's not much traffic and the games are 15 minutes to get to.
I would love to. I don't want people to have to feel like they need to leave what's right here, right? Bacchus, Buckley's, Lupi Iris, Mason Street Grill, like all these cool restaurants. But I had no clue those other pockets of towns even existed really until I got here. Matter of fact, I remember when we came to look at homes, we drove north, and that was the first time I knew there was a beach. Bradford Beach, I didn't even know it existed. So there's things that I'm excited for people to experience that they have not.
Just wait, if anyone goes about 5 minutes up the road, Atwater Beach in Shorewood. Probably one of the nicest views in the city.
Really?
Hands down. Oh yeah, it's up on a huge ledge. You need to go down like 100 steps to get to the beach. But
all right.
Yeah,
this is new to me. Thank you. I'll check that out.
Just north. This is a great recruiting tool for corporate Northwestern Mutual. What about the Milwaukee downtown office that you run?
Yeah, I mean, we are so excited to represent. I mean, for us, we're just a few blocks away, so we're excited. We have all of our advisors and team members will be there as early as Sunday for what we call the Roots and Wings race, all the way up till Tuesday. And that includes advisors and team members, as well as new candidates, people that are looking into our career, our college interns who will be coming all the way from the Racine, Kenosha area to our offices in Franklin, Brookfield, Mequon, and of course, downtown. But I've got to imagine if I was a professional in the city and I had a chance to experience some time with a Northwestern Mutual advisor, this would be something I'd be interested in learning more about. So this is a great opportunity for us to meet talented people in the city who want to learn more about a career at Northwestern Mutual or how to become a client. So I would say for anybody listening, if you want, stop somebody who's wearing the ribbons, learn more about what we do. And if you're interested in learning about the career opportunity, they could introduce you to me directly. Or if you're interested in being a client, really anybody who's a Northwestern Mutual advisor could be helpful to you in that space.
Before we let you go today, I got to know, you've tried a lot of new pizza places since February.
Oh, yeah.
When you came on and went viral after recommending Ian's Pizza, which you're standing by.
I'm still standing by it.
What's your current top 3 pizza places in Milwaukee?
I should have been more prepared. I should have prepared myself.
You could think for a minute if you want.
Well, first I will say I stand by Ian's. I'm not suggesting
not backing down.
I'm not backing down. My family and I went to a concert. Went to I think it was the Jason Mraz concert, and afterwards we get out of there and we all go to Ian's Pizza. And my girls and my wife and I, we were happy. We were enjoying a good big slice of what I'm going to call Jersey pizza. All right, top 3. Zaffiro's, putting that on the list. That's in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick with St. Kate. I really enjoy St. Kate's margarita pizza. I think it's great.
Is Ian's in the top 3? Can we extend it to a top 4? Can we open up another
Let's extend it to a top 4.
Okay.
So we'll throw Ian's.
Ian's is just cemented in there.
It's cemented, permanent.
Cemented. You can't get away from that.
No, it's part of my identity.
It is.
I should get an Ian's Pizza ribbon. If they give them out, I'll wear one this year. And then if you're looking for that 4th, I'll tell you, I still think the San Giorgio slice is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Zaffiro's is new to the list. That's probably the best way to say it. You know what? I'll throw another one in there. Bonus fixture.
Walker's Point.
Walker's Point, they have this pepperoni slice with like this dollop of sour cream on it, or cream. I think it was cream cheese.
It was cream cheese.
Cream cheese. It was good. I like a unique slice. I judge my pizza usually off just plain, just cheese and sauce. It's kind of the great neutralizer, the great equalizer, excuse me.
But now your horizons are expanding now
That's
that
right.
you're in this amazing Midwest city.
Absolutely.
Pizza capital of the world.
Don't let my dad hear that. Yeah.
No, Luigi would shoot that down immediately.
Yes, 100%.
Huge thank you to Frank for dropping in. Absolutely loved that guy and loved seeing him at the Milwaukee Uncut Tropical Pale Ale release party last week. And a huge thank you to everyone who came out for that and the staff at the Triple Tap Room. Go visit them regardless. That's a great place over on North Ave. They've got beer from Three Sheeps, Hacienda Brewing Co. and Door County Brewing Co. and some really good food. So if you want to try a bunch of different beers and eat some good food, highly recommend the Triple Tap Room. Also they did a great job with that interior. Just a good vibe overall at that place. All right, let's dive in with Allen, where he's going to give us some Summerfest and Harley Fest recaps and his 10 female music artists to watch in Milwaukee. Hey everyone, we are back with Allen Halas, who is head of content at On Milwaukee, or does a lot of content at On Milwaukee.
That might be a stretch, but I do a lot.
You do a lot, and events, etc. You're all over the place.
I'm around.
You're around. Okay. Allen Halas, around at On Milwaukee. He's also the founder of Breaking and Entering, your guide to Milwaukee's music scene, the host of Love Local Radio on 102.1, and the host of the Hustling Sideways podcast, and maybe the hardest working guy on the Milwaukee music scene, especially when it comes to the summer. You're in your 30s and you are still everywhere.
Yeah.
Till midnight, till 2 a.m., bouncing back the next morning and writing reviews. I don't know how you do it, but just a lot of energy.
The midday nap helps. If you
I
can
haven't
figure out a way
implemented
to,
that yet.
if you can figure out a way, only on like a show day, I will figure out a way to be like done with work and have that like get an hour in. You know what I mean? But there used to be a time
like
where
a 4 to 5 thing, a 5 to 6 thing in that window. Okay.
Yeah, and Red Bull, I guess, too.
So a midday, so like that's a late afternoon nap and a Red Bull.
Yeah,
that adds up.
No,
that'll keep you up till 2 in the crowds.
Yeah,
with the youngsters,
for sure.
Love it. Yeah, I was curious. I'm very impressed by your tenacity out there.
Well, thank you. It's not easy. So, and also thank you
for
having
Allen,
me back.
I do it one night or so and I'm donezo. I'm guessing you're not drinking a lot at those events you're covering.
Generally not. Maybe. Sometimes.
You're still bound. Impressive.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, but like most of the time, like definitely learning to contain that has definitely been a thing. There was a time where I could wake up a little bit groggier and write a review, and maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of you being everywhere, do you have any favorite moments this summer on the Milwaukee music scene? Anything stand out to you?
Yeah, definitely. Summerfest was really good this year. I mean, they had 3 great weekends of weather, other than like the first Saturday being incredibly hot. And I think you're
there every night, right? 9 for 9.
Yeah, I've been there every night basically since 2014. So I think it's like 100.
Dumb question on my part. Okay.
No. It's even like some of the other like on Milwaukee writers are like, "You sure you want to do every night?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's my thing now, you know." So, but even since like the first year that I was able to get a press credential, I was like, "All right, I will make the most of this. I'm gonna be there every night. I will figure it out." So, and then the last 3 years, we've thrown beat battles there for Breaking and Entering that have been at Summerfest as well on the Whammy stage. That was definitely a highlight because we have a really good, crop of producers this year. A lot of just a various range of people. We have like a 13-year-old prodigy that is in part of our group. His name's 808 Jack. And we've got our first female producer to enter the competition this year, Deja. So like they went into the tournament, they came and did the exhibition thing at the Whammy stage at Summerfest too. So that was a highlight, but just Summerfest in general is always exciting for me.
Any concerts surprise you?
Yeah.
That you weren't expecting maybe?
Yeah, definitely. So I went to see a younger act the first Saturday when it was super hot. It was like 100 degrees out. His name's Ian Dior. He just put out a record, but I didn't really know he's got like a viral TikTok song too. And I wasn't sure what to expect from his set. It's kind of like pop punk, but also like a hip hop swagger. And it's like, I guess emo rap is the best way to put it. I don't know. Or like hyper pop. And he had a really good crowd, so that was good. But then he put on like a really energetic set. It was just him and his DJ, and he ran all over the Generac stage. So very exciting. T Grizzly the last night was really good. Detroit rapper, huge crowd, insane crowd.
That's T Grizzly. What about, you were just at Harley Fest this past weekend?
Yes, both nights I was there. I actually walked in just as the weather canceled on Friday night at Veterans Park. I did see Buck Cherry at the Harley Museum the Thursday night beforehand. They were good.
Buck Cherry.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, no, it was a good show.
Crazy bitch, right?
Yeah, it is their big one. Yep.
I know my music.
Yeah. The highlight was for sure Chris Stapleton on Saturday night. I mean, I've seen Chris Stapleton before, but it's so much different. Like I saw him at Pfizer Forum. It was so much different to see 50,000 people there, or however big whatever a sellout is for the Harley Davidson Homecoming Festival. It was sold out. So that amount of people, a little bit of a rowdy crowd, a little bit of an excited crowd, and then like certain songs. It's hard because at a festival like that, it's kind of nuanced. You think that they're going to be there, just to celebrate biker culture, like some of them, like a few thousand people. But the people that were there, once it was time to like sing along, you heard everybody, like
cool.
Every fan singing along. So 50,000 fans approximately singing back at you has got to be like the coolest feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm. And we're in mid-July. Shockingly, summer is already halfway over-ish here. What are you looking forward to in the next couple months?
Yeah, for me, the next one that I go to for festivals is usually Lollapalooza. So I'm doing that.
Great Milwaukee event. Lollapalooza.
Yeah, I know, but it's close enough. It's a drive down.
You are so young at heart. You're still going to Lala?
Yeah.
You're a brave man, Allen.
That is 100,000 people every day. That's a ton of people that go to that
That is my worst nightmare. What are you excited for at Lala? How many days do you go down there?
I stay the full time, and I'm down there every day for that too, because I get a press credential for that one.
Is that 5 days? How
4 days.
4 days.
It's a Thursday through Sunday. So I believe Sabrina Carpenter is playing this year. Mm-hmm. Maybe not my scene, but I'm sure that will be one of the biggest crowds. I was there in the Chapel Roan crowd last year, which was like an estimated like 80 to 90,000 people in just that field area. So that in itself was huge. But Gracie Abrams will be good. I'll probably end up seeing Sabrina Carpenter. There's just, every year you never know what to expect. There's always some act that will have a giant crowd out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So on the Milwaukee front,
I do want to give a shout out to friends of the show, Brandon Chalker and Nick Faluca. They just sent it out Lala last year, I think. Had a great Instagram story reel going. I think they might have been VIP for some EDM concert. It looked like they were riding a golf cart around. Like,
if you can get a golf cart there,
they had some setup, and they're good guys. They're out in the suburbs with kids now, so they don't get unleashed a ton, I'm guessing. But it looked like they just had a great time down at Lala. So I just wanted to give our friends Brandon and Nick a nice shout out.
For sure. On the Milwaukee front of things,
yes.
There's a lot happening here too for big concerts, especially in like the next month or so. Linkin Park is going to be playing Pfizer Forum, reunited with their new female lead singer. She's great, Emily Armstrong.
Really?
So they're going to be playing there. I'm looking forward to that show. Also looking forward to, we're putting on our own block party. So I work with a nonprofit called the Friends of Catalano Square. And we're going to be doing a block party September 27th in front of Club Charlie's in the 3rd Ward, right by the 3rd Ward Beer Garden. We block off that street for a day, and it's just all of like businesses in the area, our friends. We booked it. We've got 6 bands coming. So that's going to be a great lineup.
That's awesome. Great location, too.
Yeah, and we'll have a fundraiser for that actually this Friday at Club Charlie's, too. So that'll be from
very cool.
7 to 9 during 3rd Ward Gallery Night. So we'll have some acoustic sets from OG's Not Again and then Hannah Simone. Both younger acts, super talented, really, really good.
Nice.
Good
just
stuff.
show up to the Cactus Club. Tickets for that?
Club Charlie's for this one.
Oh, Club Charlie's. Ward. No kidding. 3rd Ward Gallery Night probably isn't all the way down in Bayview. That would make sense.
But I understand why
Cactus Club and Club Charlie's both have 2 C letter words there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just show up. It'll be a free event, 7 to 9. We're gonna do some silent auction stuff there. We're gonna have stuff from Potawatomi, stuff from the brewers, a couple other things. A bunch of other artists are donating. Some of friends of Club Charlie's will be donating some stuff for the silent auction too. So, and it all raises money for this big block party that we do at the end of September. So it goes to a good cause.
Love it. Should we get into your female artists to watch?
Yes, absolutely.
You gave us some great male artists last time.
Yes, I have a list of.
Now we want to shout out the ladies.
Yeah, definitely. First one that honestly comes to my mind is Luxie. She's kind of an electronic EDM dream pop kind of producer and artist as well. She makes all of her own stuff, super DIY. She DIYs like her own like fashion line. She makes her merch herself. She shoots her own music videos. She's rebuilt a computer before and like documented it on her YouTube. So like, but she's kind of like just lives in her own little world of creating stuff. And she's made her own video games, like computer game to go with one of her EPs.
What's her handle?
Luxie. It's at Luxie Really on Instagram.
Luxie.
Yeah, Luxi. So she super, super talented. There's a couple female fronted bands that I think right now are absolutely crushing. Gold Steps, they just put out a single and a new video as well. They also got a video on the Milwaukee boat before the boat got towed away. So they put a music video out with that. Bug Moment is another band that is like right in there with like Diet Light and Social Sig and all of those bands where they like helped sell out Turner Hall. So Bug Moment is crushing it right now. Hannah Simone, who's going to be playing our fundraiser, she's really great. Juke Marciano, like on the hip hop side, there's also like several really talented female Milwaukee rappers that people might not know yet. Juke Marciano is one of them. She is super talented. Her nickname is she calls herself the Holy Daughter. So she wants everybody to get holy with her. It's the holy way. It's their thing. Lady Sabo, another super talented artist from the South Side. Kia Rap Princess has opened up for like major acts at American Family Insurance Amphitheater before. And just like a really, really nice human being, which is like also a very good quality to have if you're an artist, right? And then there's Puerto Rican, who has played our beat battle before. Another South Side, as you might guess, Puerto Rican rapper. That's a tongue twister, but super talented. And then there's a couple younger bands. Well, one younger band that comes to mind too is Fairy Astronaut. They're a duo, brand new, just put their debut EP out. And actually their next door neighbor manages the band. That's how I found out about them. So, and then an honorable mention for sure to Kelsey Kaufman from the Cactus Club, who owns that place and has transformed it immensely and has been running that place for the last few years. And launched the whole Cactus Plus initiative to make it more of an arts space than just a corner bar with a stage behind it, So shout out to all of them. They're crushing it.
Love it. Allen, thank you so much for dropping by again. Always good seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely, Richie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Milwaukee Uncut. Just a reminder, head to MilwaukeeUncut.com to find the beer, to sign up for the newsletter, and stay up to date on our events and everything going on in and around the city of Milwaukee. Before signing off, just a big thank you to our partners, Three Sheeps, the Beer Wisconsin Drinks, Drink Wisconsinably Beverage Company, and Nicolay Law, the Midwest law firm. Injured, get Nicolay.